All right. So I recorded this as a video, and then I was like, you know what? I don't like how the video came out. So I'm just going to go live right now. If anybody has any questions about the process, feel free to chip in and comment them in the chat. I can see the chat today, I think. So I have gotten so many messages from teachers who've been applying to Outschool and they get denied. And today I wanted to just go over the application process with you a little bit so that I can really help to streamline the questions that I have. So I had a teacher that reached out to me. She wasn't one of my referrals. She was somebody else's referral, but she reached out to me for help because she had gotten denied on Outschool many, many times. She got denied on Outschool 3 times in one day. So and I don't know how many other times she applied this. Like they'd been working at it for a while, but she had applied to Outschool and she applied and kept changing everything and they kept denying her. And her referrer, they kept working at it and they couldn't figure out why she kept getting denied. So even though she wasn't my referral, I was like, send me your application. I'm going to look over it, and I showed her how to fix it. She sent it back in after it was fixed and she was approved the first time after I had done that. I overslept last night, missed 3 classes. Oh my goodness, that's terrible. I don't know if you're fired or not. You'll just have to wait and see. You'll have to see if you are still in the official kids course, like see if you still have that marker next to your name. I'm talking to somebody that's in the chat right now. So when you apply to Outschool, there are sections on your on the application. This application goes a little bit differently than what you're used to. So when you fill out an application to any job, normally when you fill out this application, it's like your highest achievement goes first, and then you go down from there. And I want you to kind of look at it differently, and it's going to be your most relevant. So the main thing when you're doing your application for Outschool is all of the sections have to be aligned, okay? Align them all. And I know a lot of you might have some really, really, really good qualities that you want to put on your application, but you really need to make sure that everything is aligned. So I'm going to kind of give you like a walkthrough and an example of this. So you have your section that talks about your education. Then you have a section Then you have a section that talks about your experience. And then you have the section that talks about what you want to teach. And then you have the section that is your class description. And then you have a intro video, or not an intro video, but a demo video that you record of the class that you described. You're going to want all of that to be aligned. So just for an example, say you have, so I'm going to go for me, for example. Like if I were to apply to today, this is how I would do it. So my experience is I have a bachelor's degree in human services and I have my TESOL certification. And that's where my education, and I have associate's degree in, I'm sorry. I have a bachelor's in healthcare studies and I have an associate's in human services. And I almost have my master's in education, but I don't have that. So look at me. I don't even know what degrees I have. Oh my goodness. It's been a week. And then I have my TESOL certification and I want to teach English on Outschool. So the very first thing, even though it is a $19 certification and it really means nothing in the real world outside of ESL, the very first thing that you're going to list for your education is going to be that TESOL certification, because that is the most important as far as aligning it to your the class that you want to teach. And it can get a little tricky, but just kind of think about aligning it. Okay. Are you saying, wow, that I forgot what degrees I have? Yeah, I've been busy. My brain is fried. All right. Another example, it wants to know about what what your experience with the kids are and the ages that you want to teach, and make sure you fill out every single, make sure that you fill out every single section of this. So like it says, like the ages that you want to teach, or the kids that, like the ages of the kids that you have experience with and in what capacity, et cetera, et cetera. So if you are a homeschool parent, for example, and you have taught everything, but you're planning on teaching English to your students or science to your students, I really want you to focus on that part of the I have an energy drink. It's too hot for coffee. I'm like sweating here. So I really want you to focus on that part of your experience. So give you an example here. This homeschool parent, when you're a homeschool parent, you are experienced in every single subject, right? Because you're responsible for that. But you're teaching English. So then you might say, I, was responsible for creating and developing the curriculum for the English lessons of homeschooled students and the delivery of homeschooled students ages 9 and 7 for, however many years that you did it for, ages 9 through whatever. So you'll put the time frame and the ages that you did that. But you can say that you were responsible for creating, developing, and delivering the curriculum in accordance with the guidelines of a school district or whatever. Like, make it sound good, okay? You're not just a homeschool parent teaching every subject. Align that, okay? So for me, for example, I have experience teaching ESL. That obviously is not the most, not the highest in society experience that I have in other things, but that's what the first thing that I'm going to say. I'm going to talk about, I have experience teaching English as a second language to students in China for the past X amount of years. That's the first thing that I'm going to say. And I'm going to put the students' ages, like the students were ages this to this. I did it for this long. That's the first thing that you're going to say. Like, I also have experience. I have my own kids. I didn't put that in the application. They don't, whatever. But I have experience because I have done volunteer work with kids. I have worked in preschools. I can also say in there that I'm in my master's program and I've done student teaching for students ages this to this for this long, in the English, in the classroom learning, reading and writing. See how that's all aligned? So that's like the main thing. When you're doing this, you want everything to be aligned to whatever lesson you're teaching. So maybe you have a master's degree in psychology, or maybe you have a master's degree in accounting, but you're teaching English. That's not the very most important thing, because they really want to know that you are able to teach the classes that you are going to teach. So yes, you might have a master's degree in accounting and you can put that on there, but don't put it first. You guys understand what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments here if it's confusing. And you are always more than welcome to email me with any questions. I will help you out. Obviously, I appreciate it if you use my referral link, but that's not my biggest concern right now. So you're more than welcome to, email me, or actually probably be even better to go in the Facebook group that I have. I think I have the link in the description box. If I don't, I'll put it up there. So then the next thing that you want to do when you're making your video, your demo lesson, it's just really, really short, okay? You can use props, you can use tools, you can use whatever you want to. I prefer to record it instead of doing it on the Outschool video thing, because then I kind of can prepare what I'm doing. But you're just going to pretend that there are students there and that you can relate to them, and they kind of want to see what your lesson will be like. So pretend like you're teaching to a student that isn't there. You don't have to record it on a Zoom classroom or a platform. You just record it with your camera and go from there. Make sure that the lesson that you record is the same lesson that you put in your lesson plan that you made for your application. The lesson plan is, well, it's not really a lesson plan. It's just kind of a description of the class and the ages that you're going to teach and everything. So just make, like, alignment is the most important thing when you're applying to Outschool. So then the other thing that I want you to really make sure, I heard VIP Kid won't be hiring American teachers, correct? Is Outschool an online platform? Thanks. Okay, so VIP Kid is still hiring American teachers. However, it is going to be phasing out, and I don't know if they were supposed to set a deadline for that, when they were going to stop having classes. They are still hiring, but if you are not familiar with everything that's going on in the Chinese government and the online teaching society, I guess, in China, like it's changing, and they will not be able to offer those classes forever. So there will be a timeline on it. Whatever students have packages right now, they will be able to finish up their packages, but after that, they won't be able to buy any more packages. So once they're done, like, students are going to start dropping off, and VIP Kid is expanding into other countries. So it might, it still might be a good place to work. But if everybody goes into VIP Kid while they're expanding, then, I think it's good to I can't talk. I think it's good to diversify everything at this point in time. Okay, so we talked about your intro video. On your application, always look at yourself in a positive light. So, like, you are not a brick and mortar teacher. You don't have a teaching degree. You don't need to say, like, although I don't have teaching experience, or even though I'm not a teacher, or even though I've never taught online before, like maybe you're a brick and mortar teacher and you've never taught online. You don't stress what you're not good at. Just realize that you're going to be good at this. Even if you've never done it before, it might take some time. You can get good at it, and look at yourself in a positive light when you write the application down. So, just anything that sounds like, you don't have to excuse yourself for not having experience. You don't have to excuse yourself for not having a degree because they don't require it. So I just thought that it would be quicker to put this in a video for you so that you all understand how the application process works, and some more of you can get hired instead of having, because that's got to be frustrating, having to redo your resume multiple times. Or it's not a resume, but your application multiple times. That has to be really frustrating. I do want to offer you guys the opportunity, if you have questions and you get stuck, you can reach out to me. I'm more than willing to help you. Like I said, I would prefer if you use my referral code, obviously, but I don't care. Like, if you've used somebody else's referral code, I'm still going to help you. I don't care. And then what else was there? I don't know. There's a fly in here. It's like hot and sticky and sweaty, and there's a fly in my house, and it's yucky. I was so scared last year, as I'd never taught before. You were the only one that helped me, even though you were not my mentor. Aw, thank you. I have no idea who you are by your name, but thank you. So last year, last year I was still mentoring for Palfish, and I don't know. That's just, it makes me happy to see you guys be successful. I guess I kind of have a knack for figuring these companies out and how to do it, and I like to share that with you guys. So I'm glad that it made you feel good, because it makes me feel good that it makes you feel good. So I will end this live right now. I just wanted to come on really quick and help you guys out, explain to you how you can pass the application. If you go into the online ESL teacher support and success group on Facebook, that's my group. Feel free to join. Feel free to reach out to me there. And I will help you guys in any way that you can. Also, my cool class is still hiring. Their student base will increase. I'm really excited about my cool class, and I can't wait. I can't wait until they blow up. It's going to be so cool. If you haven't already and you want to get notified of my future videos, make sure you click subscribe, and I will see you guys all later. Oh, my cool class. If you're applying to my cool class, there is a link in the description box that will give you a resume and cover letter template. Just trying to make everything easy for you. All right. Bye, guys.